Hello, this is Chris Wilson, minister at St. Andrew Christian Church, and here to talk about the sermon this coming week. This coming Sunday, be wrapping up a series that we've been doing on the movie superhero of Wonder Woman. We've looked at Wonder Woman and the qualities that she has brought to the series. We've looked at particular biblical characters that also portray some of the beauty, creativity, and strength of women. And we've also looked at some modern day examples of this as well. This last series we've been in the Hebrew Bible the last two times. This third sermon will be in the New Testament, will be in the book of Acts. And the biblical character we will look at is from chapter 16, as the person of Lydia. And some people know about Lydia in the New Testament, and many do not. When Paul was making his second missionary journey, he stopped in North Mesopotamia and stopped in the community of Philippi and was looking for a leader to help start a new church in that community of Philippi. And the person that he ended up choosing to be the leader and the host of that church was Lydia. He chose a female to be the leader of this church, and it's considered the first church outside of what we kind of consider the biblical world, the influence of Jesus. It's kind of a new territory. So this very first church that started outside of what was the historical realm of the past was now led by a woman of significance who had circles of influence. She had people that she knew and ways to maneuver in the community and make things happen. And Paul recognized these gifts in Lydia, and Lydia had the ability to help bring that church into being and allow that church to have a life of significance, and brought people to what it meant to love God and love others around them and in the community. And Lydia was one of those significant figures that we find. There's not a lot mentioned in the New Testament about her. We have a little bit in Acts and not a whole lot else. But we do know that her influence had a significant role to play as Philippi became a place where Paul would eventually write letters to, and knew that church continued on. And Lydia's influence and the circles of influence she had in that community allowed that church to be a place that was important. The cool thing about the location of that church in Philippi, it was a significant location, and Paul wanted this church started there because it was a trade location. It was along the edge of the Mediterranean Sea, just north of Philippi. The old Roman road passed along the north side of that community. It was a place of great travel, influence, mix of cultures, and knew that a church there would be a significant place to share the witness of Jesus's influence. And he chose a woman to do that. And so we will look at that, as well as looking at the movie character of Wonder Woman herself. So this will wrap up the series. It should be a great sermon, a great opportunity to dive in more about the significance, role, and the power that women bring to our communities and our society. So I hope you join us on Sunday.